Yo, what's good, everyone? It's your boy Matt coming at you with another EP review. And today I'm checking out the band New World Man with their EP, The Beast is Back. Now, a little background on this band is they are like a thrash crossover style hardcore band with members from like Mindforce, Pain of Truth, Regulate, Life's Question, kind of like a mini super group in a way from like the East Coast and everything. And I think they put out a demo or an EP back in 2022, and they put out this EP back in 2023 on Streets of Hate. Yeah, so it's like I think a bunch of friends coming together and make some cool old thrashy style hardcore music. And so yeah, that's pretty much it on the background on that. Short EP and everything, so I think it's going to be a short review. I've had a little bit of mixed reviews about it, but we'll talk more about that later at the tail end of this. But let's dissect these songs and talk about them. Yeah. We got a fun little intro here with like motorcycles and like destruction and screams in the background and everything. I think they're trying to set up a really like literally new world, man. Like it's a whole new world when you listen to this EP kind of sound and everything. So I think it's a fun little intro. Nothing, not bad, not good. It's just fun and what it's doing its job.
Even when you're gone, I'll tell them my religion's you. When punctures
On this track, I noticed like the drums were really thick and the snare drum was really snappy. So I really like the drums here on this track. It sounds really good. Guitars, very thrashy, that crossover style. Vocals, on the other hand, they seem a little bit buried in the mix, so it's kind of hard to hear at times. But then like the bass on this song is very groovy, sounds really good. Towards the back end of the song, the guitars seem a little bit clunky and a little bit like not well played, it feels like. And then I would say they do like a pretty cool clean transition from being thrashy and hardcore into like this cool like funky psychedelic playing and everything. So that was pretty interesting and everything. And then at the very end, there's a very large and heavy breakdown that seals everything up pretty nice. So I want to play a clip of The Beast is Back for you. I don't know about you, but the snare is just cutting through. All I'm hearing is that snare, and it sounds really good. Yeah, I want to say the guitars have a more of a high range, like pitch sound to them, especially compared to the drums and everything. You can really hear the guitars. Drums still very snappy and adding a lot of flavor to the track. But I will say, like later in the song, some of the drum parts get a little bit sloppy. But I don't know. I think it's the way they're playing, and it's hard to describe. It's like he's playing really fast, so it kind of gets sloppy. But I think that's kind of the point a little bit. The sloppiness adds a little bit to the song, like it adds some personality. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Maybe technically, yeah, it's pretty bad, but it overall works for the song and everything. The backing vocals on this particular track add a lot of heftiness and like a lot of oomph to the song that gives it a lot more power, I feel. You got some really hard and aggressive riffs on this track. Drums still pretty snappy with that snare drum. Bass is really going hard on here. There's some really good guitar work, and there's a really slow and heavy breakdown. Not anything bad, but it's nothing too like impressive. I think it's a solid song, but it's nothing new or anything. So I want to play a clip of Reanimating the Face of Death for you. Yeah, I feel like it's nothing too like it's impressive, but like nothing new. Here we got some really groovy ass guitar riffs to start the song off, and the drums are still killing it. Still, I think my favorite part of this band and everything. The drums sound really good. Vocals are layered better on this track, I think, and you just got really, really tight riffs throughout this whole song, especially towards the middle of it, and everything sounds really good. And there's like a nice bass solo play out towards the end and everything. So very nicely wrapped up song and everything. So I'll play a little clip of Righteous Killing beginning or begin. Yeah, very crossover, very thrashy. Yeah, so that is The Beast is Back from New World Man. And I feel like I'm very, very split about this because there's some things I really like about this EP and there's things I don't like about it. And so I guess I'll start with the things I don't like, and that is number one, I would think, is the vocals. The mixing and layering of the vocals just don't sound that good. Like it's hard to hear and he's just really buried, I feel like. And I think his vocals do work for the style of music, but it's just kind of hard to hear and everything. And another thing, overall, the songs production wise are pretty good, but creatively, I don't think they're too impressive. Nothing new is being brought here. What they're doing is good. It's solid. Very, very impressive for what they're doing. Playing thrash, playing crossover, but there was no new ideas or anything here that really stuck out to me. So that was another thing that I kind of thought was not the best thing. But some good things are here. The drumming, that snare sounds amazing. I've never heard a snare that good since the last, I guess it's not too long ago, but the Tsunami LP, in terms of like how snappy and how much it rings out, and it cuts through the noise and you can hear it. And then the drumming, for the most part, is pretty dynamic, and it's got a lot of different styles and how he's using the drums and everything. So I really like the drums here. The guitars, the riffs are really good, really solid, perfect thrash crossover style riffs and everything sound really good. And then the bass, kind of split between it because like you could hear it at times and it did sound good, but then at times you couldn't hear it, so it didn't really add much to the songs and stuff and everything. So overall, I feel there's a lot that needs to be worked on here. It's a little bit of a mess of an EP, I think. But with all the people from these bands and stuff, and it's just a fun project, I don't think they're too worried about how this is received or anything. This is just a fun side thing for them. But also, I could see them wanting to always do better and everything. So with that being said, I would give this new EP from New World Man a solid 7 out of 10. Yeah. Links down below. Check them out and everything. I'm your host, Matt from Diazable. Check out my stuff. Links down below. And until next time, guys. Bye.